Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to your soul contract reading. So, for those of you that are brand new to the channel, welcome. Let me tell you a little bit about this reading before we get started. So, this reading is going to be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers are welcome as well, who are inquiring about a specific person. So likely somebody that you have little to no contact with, and you are just trying to figure out what's the purpose. What was the purpose of this connection? What is the soul contract that you share with this person? What lessons were you meant to learn? And I guess the $1,000,000 question is this soul contract complete? So will you continue your journey with this person, or is it time to sort of just move on? Has this played out in the way that it was intended to play out? So those are the types of questions we're going to be exploring in this reading today, Aquarius. I have a detailed spread that I've created here, which I will put in the box below. I will lay out all the questions if you're curious to look at those before investing the time in this reading. And lastly, if you are interested in a personalized version of this reading, if you find it really resonated and you want a personal, it is something I offer. I will leave all the details in the box below for that. And yeah, let's just go ahead and dive right in. So Aquarius. So what we're going to start with first here, Aquarius, is just taking a look at sort of the past energy, right? So leading up to this point, like what went down, what were some of the hallmark traits of this connection? That way you can gauge pretty quickly if this is your story or not. So Aquarius. So past energy of this connection between Aquarius and their person. Tell me more about that. So what was the past energy of this connection? What went down between Aquarius and this person? Okay, so right out the gate, bow chicka wow wow. Yeah, I feel like there's never been a lack of passion in this connection. I feel like right out the gate from the beginning, Aquarius, you and this person were very physically compatible. We will just leave it at that. Keep it PG-13 or PG or whatever the fuck. But yeah, you're going to know if this is you. But yeah, I feel like this has never been an issue for you and this person. There was like tons of physical attraction, a lot of fire, a lot of excitement in this connection in the beginning, at least, initially. Wow, we've got 10 of Pentacles. And it's actually, I can see why you're inquiring about this. To be frank and honest with you, Aquarius, because I feel like not only did you have that element of excitement and passion and chemistry and intensity, but this person also felt like home to you. You could see yourself building a home with this person. You could see yourself building a life with this person. There was a level of comfort, a level of familiarity that you likely felt almost instantly with this individual. So, frankly, it looks like in the very beginning, it seemed like the complete package. And perhaps for some of you Aquarius out there, you had never really met someone that checked all the boxes the way that this person did, You may have had one of the elements, but not both of the elements or all of the elements. You may have found someone that was super stable and reliable and you knew was safe, that you could build a life with, that you could trust, but you may have been missing that Ace of Wands piece, right? Like you didn't want to rip their clothes off. At least not the way that you did this person. Or vice versa. You may have found connections that were very physically intense and with tons of chemistry, but the person didn't make you feel safe. I get the sense that in this particular connection that you are inquiring about today, this soul contract, it legit drew you in like a magnet because all of the elements were present. It just seemed hella promising. So let's get a few more cards here. Too many cards. Give me 2 more cards, please. Tell me more about the past energy of this connection between Aquarius and their person. We've got the Devil. Yeah, I mean, I can't stress this enough. Aquarius, I mean, I feel like that the chemistry and fire and intensity was just through the roof. Like, unlike any connection you've shared with anybody. Super hot. I'm not gonna lie. That's a super hot energy. Let's get one more. Almost addictive. That's the other thing I'm hearing. Like, this connection had almost like an addictive quality. So if you were somebody in the past, Aquarius, that was able to kind of remain, you know, calm, cool, and collected or whatever, and detached in a very Aquarian type of way, this connection really may have had you acting in a different type of way. And you were like not even able to recognize yourself in this connection. You felt yourself becoming addicted to this connection. Like, you felt like you needed your fix, so to speak. You weren't able to detach as easily as you've always maybe been able to detach from previous connections. Let's get one more. Wow, we've got the 8 of Cups. This is somebody obviously peacing out, dipping out, walking away. And we're going to find out more, but obviously, you know, that doesn't surprise me. I think the majority of people that are going to resonate with this entire series, you know, I'm going to do it for, do this specific spread for all 12 zodiac signs, but the intention is that it's meant to take a look at connections in which you are not really in contact with the person, like you're in separation. So this is kind of an inevitable energy. That clearly something broke down, somebody walked away. But I'm getting the sense in this case, Aquarius, that it's going to be a toss-up. Like, for some of you, you're the one that walked away from this. Things may have gotten too intense, or, you know, it became too much. You felt yourself becoming almost addicted in a toxic way, which was probably accurate, right? I really am picking up some like codependent sorts of tendencies or behaviors that may have been highlighted or exacerbated by this connection. Like, that was something that may have been very triggered within you, or it could be the other person, or it could be both of you. For some of you, though, this person walked away from you. And for those of you that's the case, I feel like it felt almost like when they walked away, it made you feel almost like death, like you were dying. Like, and it was because your expectations were shattered. And I feel like you had such high expectations, regardless of who walked away, Aquarius. I feel like and it's likely why you're even taking time out of your day to watch a fucking tarot reading about the connection, right? Trying to figure it out. Makes a lot of logical sense. But yeah, I feel like the expectations were so high. There was so much promise in this connection that it literally felt devastating. For those of you that this person walked away. Whew. This is, and no matter what, if this reading is meant for you, Aquarius, this is a connection that is just, the best word I can use to summarize it would be intense. Like, this is such an addictive, intense, fiery, passionate vibe that I'm picking up. So let's see what else we can find out about this connection and kind of what's happened. So tell me more about this connection between Aquarius and their person. Yeah, wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, bottom of the deck, yeah, we just have heartbreak straight up. Oh, this tells such a story. You know what, Aquarius? I feel like you let your guard down with this person. I am very familiar with Aquarian energy. Like, I'm an Aquarius rising. I fucking love the sign of Aquarius. I get it. I get the vibe. You know, I'm a Gemini sun, Aquarius rising, and you know, my north node is in Aquarius. Love Aquarius energy. And takes one to know one. You know, this Aquarius people are typically fairly detached emotionally. And I feel like there's often a lot of work that has to be done to get an Aquarius to really let you in. And I feel like that is the case for you out there watching, at least to some degree. And this individual you're watching this for, I feel like they melted your typical, you know, your otherwise icy exterior wall. You know, they really did. They really made you feel comfortable letting your guard down. They felt like home to you. And you finally sort of shifted into this energy of receiving for once. Like, they made you feel like it was safe to have expectations. You know, you felt safe that you could actually count on them to be there. We've got this energy of grace. Like, I feel like you showed them your more imperfect parts, you know, the parts of yourself that you normally keep hidden and under wraps, that maybe parts of yourself that you are not super proud of, or, you know, you were vulnerable, basically. Let's just call it what it is. Like, that's the best way to summarize it. You allowed yourself to be vulnerable with this person. And I think this, what I'm seeing play out here, and the roles could be reversed, so take it however it resonates for you, Aquarius. But I feel like the energy started to shift in such a way that you or your person got claustrophobic. And this beautiful, like, sexy, addictive, amazing, next level connection started kind of caving in on your person, or you, or both of you, or however it resonates. But there was a feeling of being trapped. And then a withdrawal began. You know, somebody started pulling back. Somebody started pulling away, little by little. There could have been, this could be like a straight up ghosting situation where this person literally ghosted you, didn't even give you a fucking reason for what they were doing. Or they could have given you some bullshit excuses. And then there's this just absolutely heartbreaking, just devastating energy of loneliness, this deep loneliness. And for many, I feel like for many of you, this has been you in the situation, Aquarius. Like, it's left you feeling so lonely. And I get the sense for many of you, like, prior to this connection, that you weren't even the type of person that got this type of way from a connection. Like, you were perfectly happy and content and totally cool being your own best fucking friend, you know? Like, being great company for yourself. And so this has got you shook. You know, this experience has got you shook because you let this person in. You finally shifted into this energy of receiving and being vulnerable and letting your guard down. And it's like that shift in energy sent your person, it's like the pendulum swinging. they started to feel, terrified that was occurring. They started to withdraw, and they've just left you feeling so alone. I know that's very specific, but it's gonna vibe with you or not, Aquarius, but that is what I'm seeing sort of heading into this reading. I know that was like a super detailed kind of intro to this. But yeah, I feel like it is going to lay the groundwork for everything else we're going to uncover in this reading today. So let me know in the comments if this is vibing with you and resonating with you so far, Aquarius. So let's shift into the here and now. And we're going to just dive right into like the core of this reading, which is what's the purpose, right? What's your soul contract with this person? Like what you're experiencing right now, the pain, the loneliness, all this shit. What was the original intent that what was the agreement your souls made? What lessons were you meant to learn from this, etc.? Let's find out. So what is the purpose? What is the purpose of this soul contract between Aquarius and their person? What is the purpose? What is the purpose of this soul contract? Wow. So we've got the Ace of Swords. We've got Temperance. I like this vibe. No matter what else we find out in this reading, I feel like there's so much good that's meant to be born from this connection, Aquarius. The High Priestess. Give me one more. The King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Two of Pentacles. A huge part of this soul contract, at least as it pertains to you, Aquarius, like what the purpose for you is, because it's going to be different for your person, right? Like the lesson they may have needed to learn through this connection with you may look a lot different than what you're meant to learn from them, what you're meant to take away. But what I'm sensing for you, this person was meant to come in and melt your icy exterior, okay? This person was meant to come in and make you feel with this King of Cups energy. You needed balance, with Temperance. Like there was a need for the kind of the feminine and masculine energy within you to be recalibrated, to get balanced out. I get the sense that a lot of you were way more in your masculine energy, like regardless if you're a man or a woman, right? And I can relate to that and understand that. Like by my nature, like what my natural inclination, if you will, is to lean into my masculine energy. 100. And I mean, I was in my late 20s before I had been in a couple of very serious romantic relationships. I'll just lay it out there and say it. I had been in a couple of very serious long-term relationships before I met somebody that was able to crack the ice. And it's like you don't even realize that's a thing until it happens. And I feel like that is what this connection was meant to do for you. It was meant to bring fire to that icy exterior so it would melt away. It was meant to help you get more in touch with your feminine side, your watery side. It was meant to help you become more open to your own intuition. There's a huge element I see here as well that is a part of this soul contract, Aquarius, that has to do with like your own level of consciousness, like awakening, you finding your own truth. There's so much personal truth that's meant to be discovered and found through the pain and the kind of the suffering or the discomfort of this connection, through the heartbreak of this connection. Let's see what else we can find out here. Give me a couple more cards here. So tell me more about the purpose of this contract. Yeah, it's meant to make you fucking stronger. And also to break up your ego a little bit. Break that shit down. Help you see the difference between your true self, your higher self, and your ego self. Like ego, 6 of Wands, strength. Like these two cards together to me are just ego. This connection was meant to help you recognize who and discover and tap into who the fuck you really are, like at your core, your essence. Because Aquarius, you are a spiritual being that is having a human experience. The human element of you is ego, right? But like at your core is your soul, your spiritual being, so to speak. This connection that you are inquiring about, a huge part of its purpose was to help bring awareness, help you see the truth in who you actually are, and help you separate your ego self and realize like, fuck, there's more to me than just my ego. I have a higher self. I have a true self. And, I'm trying to remember, like, if you're familiar with like Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now is one of his more famous books, but he talks a lot about like those different sort of levels of us. I'm trying to remember how he describes it, but yeah, if you are not familiar with what I'm talking about, his teachings and the way he explains this concept is fucking brilliant. So I would recommend starting there, giving him a little YouTube search after you finish this reading. But at any rate, yeah, I mean, I feel like there's such a component to this soul contract that has to do with your own spiritual awakening, Aquarius. So let's see what else we can find out about this connection, Aquarius. So let's take a look at next how you and this person trigger one another. So in what ways what were the most powerful ways in which you and this person triggered one another? Let's see what we can find out. So tell me more about how Aquarius and their person would trigger each other. Yeah, just through, this is just like fucking straight up sadness. Exactly. Like a huge part of this soul contract, like this was written. And I hope that gives you some sort of peace. I think more than anything, peace of mind, perhaps, is what this may provide to Aquarius. But written into this soul contract that you have with this person was this agreement, this understanding that in order for you to reach this ultimate goal and achieve what you set out to achieve by coming in contact with one another on this physical human plane, it was written, it was agreed upon that this sadness, this disappointment, the breaking of the expectations, that was going to be the key way in which this person could trigger you to get you to learn the lesson. 5 of Cups. despair, sadness. And I will say, I mean, often that is just about the fucking only thing that will sort of wake many of us up. And I think that is, I don't want to say it's especially potent, but in my experience, it kind of is especially potent for those of us who aren't incredibly comfortable with feelings to begin with. In Aquarius, you fall in that category, maybe more than any other zodiac sign, so I feel like you felt it even more intensely. So let's get one more card here. Yeah, and so with the eight of wands here, I feel like I see a couple of things that were very triggering. That number one would maybe words for some of you. So it may have been the actual what this person said to you that crushed you and devastated you, that was triggering. And for those of you that wasn't the case, it was the swiftness in which this person exited, that they fucking dipped, that they left. Perhaps that was very triggering. And that was a part of this contract. It was agreed upon. And for whatever reason, there's some, and there's likely some sort of, deeper wound or issue from your past, or a childhood wound, or inner child issues that were triggered by these specific things. Take it as it resonates. You're going to know. You're going to know what that means. But there was, through these sorts of mediums, though, that's what I'm picking up. That's how this person was really able to get in there and fucking rock your world, which is why you're watching this reading, right? So let's keep going. So we're going to take a look at next here, Aquarius, headspace and heart space currently of this person that you're inquiring about. So where are they currently at? How do they feel about you in their heart? What are they thinking about you and the connection? How are they feeling about you and the connection? Let's take a look. So where's this person at in the headspace? This person Aquarius is watching for. Where are they at in the headspace? We've got the Two of Wands. Give me a couple more. We've got the Nine of Wands. And we've got the Five of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Nine of Swords. I feel like a lot of you are dealing with rather a fellow air sign, or B, a fire sign. I mean, that's not going to resonate for all of you, but, I get strong vibes of those two energies. So that would be Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? But take it as it resonates. I feel like where they're at in the headspace right now, though, Aquarius, they're thinking a lot about the future. When it comes to you, they're thinking about, part of them, and I feel like it can go either way. And I feel like they are just mental rumination, constantly thinking about the past, what happened, replaying it in their head. This person is doom and gloom, worst case scenario. Fear is heavily indicated here, obviously, but there's also energies like, I fucking hate this card. It's my least favorite card of the tarot, frankly, and it's the Five of Swords. This is an energy of this is stubborn, this is hateful, this is somebody that is up in their fucking ego. They don't want to say sorry, they don't want to admit they were wrong, okay? They don't. I feel like this person goes back and forth, though. Part of them doesn't want to give up on this. Part of them sees a future with you. Like this particular version of the Two of Wands. Like you see these two, this couple together, and it's like they have the whole world. They're together. It's like they can face anything. They can conquer the world. And I definitely get that kind of, power couple vibe from you and this individual. And I do feel like both of you felt it. It was like this was the complete fucking package, right? they felt it, they thought it too, regardless if you guys, verbalize that or not, which for many of you, you did. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that what goes through their mind is that. And then that leads them to think, fuck, I don't want to give up on this. But then very quickly, ego just creeps in, and fear and just bullshit. And, of course, they've got their own elements of the soul contract. There was something they were meant to take away from this connection as well. So, without even digging into that element of it, which I'm sure is there, I feel like this is the most pertinent information that you need to know, Aquarius, about where they stand. Their mind is still pretty much like fully enveloped in just ego thinking. That is what I'm sensing here. They can't get past that. They can't get past their own pride and ego. This person doesn't want to admit that they've done anything wrong, even though I get the sense they likely did. So it doesn't matter how fucking perfect you are, or how perfect this connection was, or what's in their heart. In the head, they can't get past not wanting to be wrong, not wanting to say sorry. Like, it's that, and fuck that energy, right? You guys are going to know, like, this person, what their MO is. Let me know in the comments if that specifically resonates with you. So let's keep going here, Aquarius, and let's tap into the heart. So let's see where this person is at in the heart space. So how does this person feel? How does this person feel about Aquarius in the heart? Where are they currently at? How do they feel? We've got death. Give me two more. A lot of major arcana here. Oh wow, this card is specific to this this deck. So we've got the Queen of Wands, bottom of the deck. Yeah, and this card, I think this is the Cosmic Slumber Tarot that I'm using for this particular question. But this card is like specific to the deck. It's not a part of the original 78 cards of the Rider-Waite, and it's called the Knight. And what I'm going to tell you, like my intuitive feeling about this card in this context is that this person, and again, I get the sense that you coming into this connection were of a very similar nature. I feel like by and large, this person defaults to thinking over feeling, meaning, what's on their heart is often in the dark. It's overshadowed by what's going on in the head. So perhaps this person was meant to learn through this soul contract a very similar lesson to you. Perhaps they had some of the same issues when it came to not being able to fully feel their feelings or be vulnerable. And perhaps that's why you being vulnerable with them was so triggering. At any rate, here's what I'm here to tell you. Regardless if this contract is complete and over or what the future is between you and this person, the impact that you've had on this person's heart is still ongoing. Like their heart, because of this connection, because of you, Aquarius, is undergoing a fucking transformation. Like we've got death and we've got judgment, okay? And I'm hearing like in repair, like, you with this queen, look at this, with this Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. And then right under that, look at this, the Three of Wands. Right under that, here is our card again, Five of Cups, Ten of Swords. you have made them feel some type of way. You have lit their heart on fire. You have lit what was likely just like an ice cube on fire. And I feel that it is likely, this is part of this soul contract. So perhaps a lot of mirroring here between you and this person, a lot of similarities, a lot of, trauma bond. If you're familiar with that, perhaps you guys have a lot of similar, you've had a lot of similar trauma, or you have a lot of similar wounds and issues. Take it as it resonates. But that is what I'm picking up. At any rate, though, I don't feel like this person is anywhere near being ready to, reconcile or anything like that. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you guys. I'm not here to tell fairy tales. I'm here to just be real and raw and honest with you guys about what I see. But I do think it is so important for you to know that this connection has had such an impact on the person you're watching this for. Like, you have, again, it's like you are like a match to this person's icy heart, and they are undergoing a transformation that was very much triggered by you. And that's pretty fucking cool. So let's head into the sort of, I guess, $1 million question, if you will, which is this contract complete? So is this all that was meant to be as far as you and this person interacting, in the 3D physical world, or might there be more to come? Let's find out. So is this contract complete? So is this contract between Aquarius and the person they're watching for, is it complete? Has it ran its course? Oh my goodness. I have to give a disclaimer. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. For those of you that are new to my channel, I will say it again, I'm really not in the business of telling the fairy tales, or trying to give out some bullshit false hope or anything like that, because the last fucking thing I want to do is keep somebody stuck, right? Stuck in a toxic cycle of bullshit, or, attached to a situation that is delusional almost, That being said, that question that I just asked, about is this contract complete? The cards that just came out indicate to me, no, it's not. I'm just going to keep it real. It's not. I don't think it's over. I don't. I feel like there will be another chapter between you and this person. I feel like that there will be more invested from on your side and on theirs. Oh my God. And this, I can't make this shit up. This confirms it even further for me. Whoa. Yeah, I do. I feel like that there will be more invested. We've got the 7 of Pentacles. There'll be a reconciliation with judgment. There is a future. There's more to come. And I feel like it will be of the romantic sorts. We've got the Knight of Cups. And again, another card, we have the 6 of Cups, which very much indicates a reconciliation. It's a homecoming. It's the prodigal son returning. It's that kind of vibe. But then we've also got this 8 of Pentacles. And I feel like it's so important to note this. This connection was never meant, this soul contract, this connection, this experience was never meant to be easy, okay? The whole reason that I'm picking up that there will be a reconciliation and that you guys will come back together and invest more in this has everything to do with the fact that the work has not been done yet. It's not been completed. There's still something that is meant to be mastered through this connection. And this experience with one another seems to be a very effective way for your souls to learn the lessons that they're trying to learn. And so that is what I'm sensing. Let me, again, I'm so interested, for those of you that are willing to share your stories, I'm so interested to hear how this might resonate with you. Because I feel like if you're watching this, like, all a tarot reading should do is confirm what your intuition already knows, right? This should not be some fortune telling, wild ass prediction. This should simply give you, confirmation and clarity on what you already know to be true. And so let me know, because I feel like those of you that are watching this, if this is for you, this is already going to be what your gut has been telling you. Your gut's going to have been pushing you in that direction. You may have sensed that, okay, I don't think it's over with this person. I don't feel like this is the end of the road. So yeah, I feel it's not. Come back and let me know how this turns out, I suppose. So let's wrap this up, though. Aquarius, this has been a really exciting, really interesting reading. It's been really fun to do for you guys. Let's get some advice and guidance. And again, if you guys are interested in a personalized version of this, hit me up. My website, all my deets are in the box below. So yeah, let's wrap this up with some advice and guidance for you guys. So advice and guidance, please, for Aquarius. What is some advice and guidance? What is something Aquarius needs to hear? Wow, so we've got this card, Nostalgia, focus on the here and now. So I feel like this is a message a lot of you needed to hear today, and especially regarding this situation. You've got to pull yourself out of your head. If you've been in that Nine of Swords energy of just like fucking mental rumination, living in the past, coulda, shoulda, woulda bullshit, you got to pull yourself out of that, Aquarius. What's for your highest and greatest good is going to be presence, being present in the here and now, focusing on that, no looking back. I feel like a lot of you have already spent a stupid amount of time like reliving everything about this connection, the good, the bad, the ugly. And it's time to just let go and let God and start living in the here and now. Because I feel like days are passing, and every day passes, you're spending entire days of your life that you can never get back, literally living in the past. And I feel like this experience that you're watching this for with this person, it's almost, again, it's addictive. You've become addicted to just replaying the scenarios and reliving all of it. Spirit is saying it's time. It's time to snap out of it, with or without this person, and start showing the fuck up for today's life. Even though that this person isn't in it, okay? So that's a huge message. And you guys are gonna know. Like, you already fucking know. You already know that it's not good for you, right? This is just confirming that. So let's get one more card here. I fucking love this card. Whoop. Knocking over crystals. It says, Lioness, you've earned all your stripes. And this bitch is reading a fairy tales book. I love it. I love it. I feel like this card is cheering you on, Aquarius. Like, it is just reminding you that you're a bad bitch. Or if you're a guy, like, whatever the fuck the equivalent is, right? You're a bad dude, okay? You've been through a lot, and you've earned all of your stripes. You've got so much wisdom. And you are so much more powerful than you are currently taking the credit for. It's time to step into your power. It's time to be present and here. And I feel like many of you are so knowledgeable about even like spiritual shit. You guys are awake, like, what the fuck is up, but you're still allowing yourself to sort of get pulled. It's very seductive. Don't get me wrong, but it's like you're consciously getting pulled back into into that seductive hole of living in the past and becoming enveloped, letting your ego kind of sit in the driver's seat and take over. And this experience that you had with this person that you've watched this for here today, they have kind of been, the catalyst of that. And Spirit is here to say, like, no, you can do this. Like, you can pull yourself out of this. You've got this. Okay? And for many of you, this potential next chapter with this person won't even have the opportunity or the space to manifest until you are able to get a hold on that. So, not that should ever be your motivation. You need to be your motivation, okay? So let's get one more affirmation card before we sign off here, Aquarius. Give me an affirmation, please, here for Aquarius. Bottom of the deck, I heal the habit of fear and I embrace the habit of love. Fuck yeah, I love that. But I feel like this is like a bonus, so I'm going to quickly read it because it is a really feel-good, sweet affirmation, but this is the real ticket. I'm going to save for the grand finale here. This one says, though, I choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in the universe. So perhaps you need to keep reminding yourself that you do. You believe with everything inside of you that the universe has your back, right? In realign with that truth. But ultimately, we've got this final message, which says, I am patient, knowing that whatever is of the highest good is coming to me. Fuck yeah. Be patient. Pull yourself out of the headspace, the rumination, Aquarius. Realign with the now, with being present. Realign with your trust in the universe. Even though it's scary, even though obviously back to the beginning of the reading, when you were finally brave enough to be vulnerable and open and in that energy of receiving, shit hit the fan or things broke down. I'm here to tell you it's time to go back to that place, because that is where greatness is going to be born, is you being brave enough to have the courage and the faith and the trust and the patience, with yourself and, those around you and with the universe, that everything is happening exactly as it's meant to for your highest and greatest good. So that is what I've got for you, Aquarius. What a fun reading. At least I felt it was. I really hope it was insightful and provided you with some sort of insight and clarity and comfort today. So until next time, I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Mwah. Peace.